Princeton Tiger basketball is on the air tonight from Prouty Gymnasium on the campus of Princeton High School. It's the Princeton Tigers taking on the East Moline United Township Panthers. And I want to say right off the bat, welcome not only to Tiger fans, but also those of you who are fans of East Moline, as well as perhaps you're neutral in this contest, but we are glad to have you on board. I am Norm Vandermoon, joined by Tiffany Gonigan. Steve Morton is our producer-director. And Tiffany, there is extra excitement in the air tonight when you bring in a big school like East Moline, nearly 1,700 kids, a member of the Western Big Six. This ought to be something.
Yeah, this is just a great time for our kids to be able to compete pick up a game like East Moline in such a short season like this is just really exciting for them.
And I want to talk a little bit about your girls. Of course, they played Sterling Newman on our last broadcast. Wound up coming up just short, but yet just a fantastic effort. You had to be so proud of your kids.
Yeah, I was really happy with the way our varsity kids played at our last game. We ended up losing by 6 points, 40-34, but just outstanding effort by all the kids to pick up the pieces in Taylor Quirum's loss. She's a nice player for us, especially Mackenzie Hecht. She had a double-double on the night, 15 points and 11 rebounds to go along with 3 steals. Bryn Hieronymus, 7 points and 3 rebounds. And Maggie Davis, another person filling the stat board for us, 2 points, 11 rebounds, 4 steals, and 2 assists.
11 rebounds for Maggie Davis.
Yes.
That is amazing, folks. I don't know how tall Maggie is. I'm guessing maybe 5'3".
Yeah, on a roster, we might give her like 5'6", but I'd say it's much more like 5'3".
And Tiffany, I remember last year you interviewed Emma Wittig on the air. And, she said, whatever coach wants me to do, whatever I can do to help the team. And thankfully, you've got a bunch of girls like that, don't you?
Oh, Norm, you must have been in the locker room after the game. That's exactly what we talked about. Each kid kind of stepped up and did a little bit more than they were used to, and Emma did a great job coming in and helping to handle the ball pressure for us. Just each kid that came in the game came in and really stepped up. And of course, I want to give a shout out to our sophomore team as well. They're undefeated on the season so far, coming away with a big victory over the Newman sophomore squad. It was Erin May with 13 points, Isa Ibarra with 9 points, and Olivia Garten with 6 points.
Yeah, they are really playing some good basketball. Speaking of shout outs, I mentioned it to you off the air, but I want to give a shout out to probably seems funny to say since she was just playing for you last year, but to one of our broadcast colleagues, Kenzie Coleman. She really stepped up, and she's done a great job for us this year. And, of course, Kenzie just told me this. I don't know if you're aware of this or not. She said that they are having a few practices at IVCC, and they're hopeful of maybe playing like a 5-game schedule, which, of course, isn't much, but is better than nothing.
Wow, that's a fantastic opportunity for those kids. I didn't know that, so I'm glad to know that. I'm glad to hear that, and just excited that they can be in the gym. I know that would have been a long time off for them. Thinking about it, like you said, Kenzie Coleman would have been going into her freshman season not having played at all in well over a year, so that's fantastic.
Tiffany, I remember when I was taking a philosophy class over at IVCC, the teacher talked about a philosopher, Clades, who had pointed a chair, but he was afraid to call it a chair because he felt like by the time the breath came out of his mouth that it wouldn't be a chair anymore. That's kind of the way the schedule's been this year.
Yeah.
It is just changing constantly. So let's talk about what your girls have left.
Sure, we've got 3 games left. We play this Saturday against Illinois Valley Chillicothe. That's an afternoon game, and Norm, like you said, speaking of schedule changes, I'm a day-by-day person, so I'm not sure exactly our game start.
I think it's down for 2:30, but you never know. It might be 2 o'clock.
Saturday's a busy day here at Prouty Gym. We've got 6 games being played, so and then our girls travel. Our freshman girls play a home game on Monday against St. Bede. Our girls travel, sophomore and varsity, to Putnam County on Tuesday, and then we'll end our season, sophomore and varsity, at St. Bede on Thursday.
All right. Well, as we've been doing, Tiffany and I are just going to let PA announcer Mike Farana and the pep band take over for a few minutes. Well, Tiffany, I see some familiar faces out there in that officiating crew.
Yeah, we've got Dave Shepard and the Tiemann brothers, the crew that likes to ref together.
Moments ago, he was jumping Dave Shepard, talking with the cheerleaders. Dave likes to talk to anybody and everybody. He's a good guy.
And it's probably this pep band getting him hyped up.
Absolutely.
Fantastic job by the pep band.
All right, so again, we don't have the jump ball. The visiting Panthers get the first shot of the game. It's missed by Gideon, and here comes Jamie Reinhardt. Excuse me, that's Grady Thompson. Jamie's 4, Grady's 14. Trying to pick out the defense here, Tiffany, is a 3-2.
Yeah, it looks like a 3-2, possibly a 1-2-2 defense. Either way, we've got a zone defense here for East Moline.
May have got away with the travel there. Now Jamie beyond the three-point arc. Passes to Monroe. A runner from about 8 feet is good for Cade Monroe. Tigers get the first score.
Yeah, it's nice for the Tigers to get the first score against a team like this. It's going to be a really good game.
East Moline, coached by Ryan Weber. That name sounds familiar, Tiffany. Do you recall him being somewhere else before East Moline? If you don't, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Tigers appear to be showing a little zone here,
and
too.
Now a three-pointer on the way by Johnson of East Moline, and the Panthers take a 3-2 lead as Dave Shepard with a call here. Didn't really hear a whistle. Did you pick up on it?
Oh, maybe a slight whistle. East Moline picked up about 3/4 court in this zone press. Just a little too aggressive for East Moline.
Grady Thompson double teamed. Gets it to Jamie Reinhardt, and the Tigers beat the 10 count. Drive to the basket by Davis, and the ball is lost. And here come the Panthers, leading 3-2. Another three-pointer. This one no good, and the Tigers are on the run. Grady Thompson, scoop layup, no good, but it'll go to the line for 2.
And that's the Tigers doing what they do best, Norm, getting the ball out quick and running the floor.
And did you notice how Grady used his body as kind of a defender so he wouldn't get his shot blocked?
Excellent point. Right from the time he caught the ball, he kind of kept that defender on his back and then even turned his shoulders in the air to ensure it didn't get blocked.
Chance for the tie, and we've got it. It's 3-3 as Grady Thompson good on the free throw. Boy, what a good player he is, huh, Tiffany?
Yeah, very nice player. Coming out of Princeton Christian Academy, is that right, Norm?
Absolutely right. Second free throw is good, and the Tigers take the lead. 4-3. Yeah, he used to play with the likes of Isaiah Hart and Paul Hart.
Oh, sure.
And they used to just run through the Malden Invitational Tournament.
I would bet.
Totally roughshod. Now another three-pointer on the way. This one missed by Rogers of East Moline. Caleb Herring in the low block. Back to Jamie. Sets for 3. No. Caleb Herring on
nice
the rebound.
By
yes.
Caleb. Really stretched out his arm to get that one.
Tiger lead is 6-3. Three-pointer once again, and getting that one to go is Micaiah Johnson, his second of the game. In fact, he has all 6 of East Moline's points, and we're tied at 6.
Now this press is a good strategy for East Moline. As we said earlier, you know, something the Tigers do well is run the floor.
Nice pass into the low block to Cade Monroe. He turns and shoots and is fouled. I like the patience, though, with which the Tigers attacked it.
Absolutely. Good point.
So Caden Monroe has 2 points, his first trip to the charity stripe. And the right-hander's toss is right on the money. Tigers lead 7-6. Do you ever do in practice, Tiffany? This is what they used to do back in my day. Sometimes they would have 6 players press against the starters.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Second free throw on the way. Good again. So the Tigers in their last game shot 33% from the free throw line. We'll talk about that last game, maybe at the mask timeout. But at any rate, good news so far, 8-6 Princeton. I don't think East Moline has shot a two-pointer all night. They've all been threes, and no exception here. And the shot is missed, and here come the Tigers on the run. Grady Thompson into Monroe. Look at that move. Unfortunately, is called for the travel as the ball was knocked away. That's Dave Shepard on the call. Interesting story on Dave, Tiffany. He was slated to referee his first boys basketball tournament, but of course, COVID at the last minute, you might recall, called it off.
Oh,
as East Moline throws it out of bounds.
He's certainly most deserving of that. I know he's done several girls' state tournaments, and he's done a fantastic job.
But typical Shep, you know what his reaction was? I just feel bad for the kids.
Absolutely, yeah.
Nothing about himself. Tiffany, let's, if you don't mind, I've got some notes here if you want to share about the, that is Alwood and Cambridge that form Ridgewood. They beat Princeton 75-70.
Yeah, and so this would have been, what was that?
Tuesday
night?
Yeah.
And just some statistics from the game for you. Some leading scorers for Princeton was Jamie Reinhart, 19, Tegan Davis, 17, and Kale Davis, 11. Princeton had 39 rebounds, Ridgewood 34. Ridgewood 19 assists, and Princeton with 8. Steals, it was Ridgewood with 8 and Princeton with 6. Blocks, Ridgewood with 4, Princeton 3. It was Princeton edging out on the field goal percentage, shooting 45%, Ridgewood 44. 3-point percent, also Princeton edging out at 36 versus Ridgewood's 32. And free throw percentage, this is where we really see the difference, Norm.
Yes.
Ridgewood 80% from the free throw line, Princeton just 33.
So it's not a big stretch to think that very well could have been the deciding factor in that game. Well, we'll see what the teams came up with after the timeout. Princeton leading 8-6. Oh, by the way, Tiffany, I just happened to notice that Fieldcrest has one loss, like against 11 wins. Would you want to guess who beat them?
Oh, wow.
I'll give you a hint. It's somebody real close to Fieldcrest, as East Moline on the break, another three-pointer. And this one is good for Rogers, so 9 points for the Panthers, all on threes. It was El Paso Gridley,
wow, okay.
10 miles further south.
Sure.
Yep. Remember, they were in the sectional here not too long ago. Now Grady Thompson for three. This one short, ball knocked out of bounds. And it will belong to East Moline as they lead 9-8.
Got some substitutions entering the game here for East Moline. Now bringing it up for East Moline is Roberts. Against this 2-3 zone, the Tigers really covering up the middle. As Norm mentioned, a lot of three-pointers for East Moline. Now it's Johnson on the drive. Pass knocked away. It's Jamie Reinhart bringing it in for the Tigers. Gets all the way to the paint.
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
Beautiful
Tough
finish
break there.
Inside for Jamie. It's going to be whistled for a travel, so the basket will not count. And we've got Legner and Kale Davis entering in for the Tigers.
Coach Smith not particularly happy with that call.
Oh, great tip on the defense. That's Kale Davis coming out at the top of that 2-3, knocking that ball away. That's a win for the defense anytime you can make the offense reset like that. East Moline with it now. Get the ball to Rogers in the corner. Ball kicked away.
You know, we noted that 33% for Princeton from the line in the game at Alwood,
sure.
Ridgewood. Kenzie and I were both talking. Don't you feel, I know you not only coach basketball, but you played, it's tougher shooting them on the road, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, there's nothing like your home gym, you know.
Different shooting backgrounds. Sometimes the rims are, you know, more lively than others.
Johnson gets into the paint for East Moline, kicks out. Now they're working from the outside again. Johnson this time for three. No good, ball tipped. And back outside, possession to East Moline. Try to get back into the paint. Ball stolen away by Kale Davis. He gets all the way through for the Tigers. Layup no good, gets the rebound, and puts it back up for two. Kale Davis.
Great effort. Coaches always talk about it. Follow your shot.
Gideon handling the ball for East Moline. Now it's Rogers on the drive. Kicks out to Roberts. And there's going to be a traveling violation on East Moline.
You know, you mentioned earlier about the Tigers and clogging up the middle and East Moline with so many threes. And I totally agree with both points. But I think this is kind of East Moline's strategy. We're going to pump it up from three-point land and take our chances.
Yeah. They're trying to open it up a little bit more on the drive now, but hey, those extra points are worth it. Ball thrown away for the Tigers. We've got Colton Monroe in the game now as well. Tegan Davis back in for the Tigers. East Moline gets it to the short corner, and now we have a cut down the middle of the lane by Gideon. He's going to be fouled on his layup attempt, and he'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Astutely pointed out by Tiffany that they were starting to open it up a little bit and get into the lane.
There'll be 2 shots for Gideon. And first free throw is good. Jackson Dressler entering for the Tigers. I believe that was the first free throw for East Moline tonight.
That's correct.
Gideon's second free throw is good. East Moline puts the press back on. Jamie Reinhardt and Kale Davis working against the pressure. Jamie looking up court. Finds Jackson Dressler far in the corner. Jackson takes it in for a layup, and he'll score.
And Jamie made that pass look easy. That is not easy to do.
No. Three put up for East Moline. It was Gideon. Shot no good. Rebound to Colton Monroe. And now it's Jamie Reinhardt on the drive. Right side, puts it up. Layup good for Jamie Reinhardt. And the Tigers go up by 3.
Tigers have done a nice job on the defensive board. Not too many offensive rebounds for East Moline tonight.
Excellent point. East Moline in the short corner again. This time they have to kick it out. Gideon looking for room up top. Now it's a 3 from Roberts. No good. And rebound will go out of bounds. Back to East Moline. Vallejo entering for East Moline, and Grady Thompson entering back in for the Tigers. It'll be a lob entry stolen away by Grady Thompson, and now he's on the run. Kind of an inside-out Euro step finish for Grady Thompson.
Just a sophomore.
Just a sophomore. And now it's East Moline on the drive. They kick it back out. Over to Vallejo. Skip pass. They look for a 3, instead choose to drive it in. That's Rogers. And he'll be going to the line for 2.
Isaac Legner picking up that foul.
Rogers' first free throw is good. I think that makes East Moline perfect so far from the line.
Yep, 3 for 3.
Second free throw for Rogers is good as well. Grady Thompson now. Spin move. Gets past the pressure. Finds Kale Davis on the wing. He'll let it go from 3. Rebound goes to East Moline. It's Rogers with the rebound, bringing it down court for East Moline. And now a 3 for Johnson.
That's his 3rd of the night. And boy, he has beautiful rotation on that shot, doesn't he?
Oh, yes. Grady Thompson working against the top of the pressure from East Moline. Get it inside to Isaac Legner, and the ball is stolen away. Just 10 seconds left to play in the quarter. East Moline let a long 3 go from Rogers. No good. Grady Thompson Gets the shot off in time, but it won't go. And we're all tied up at the end of the first quarter, 16-16.
Wow, what exciting action, huh? We saw East Moline for a good portion of the first period, really concentrating on the three ball. That dried up a little bit. They were able to get the ball inside. Interestingly enough, Tiffany, East Moline does not have a regular two-point basket, but they are 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Tigers so far have 2 from Jamie Reinhardt, Jackson Dressler with 2, Brady Thompson with 4, 2 for Cale Davis, 2 for Caleb Herring, and 4 points for Cade Monroe. So the Tigers doing a real nice job distributing the ball.
It'll be Tiger basketball to start the second quarter. Long pass entered to Grady Thompson, now back in the hands of Reinhardt. Thompson brings it across half court, gets it back to Reinhardt. And now the Tigers will look to be on the attack. They get it to the corner to Reinhardt. Looks inside, is trapped, and he's going to be whistled for a traveling violation. Possession to East Moline. Seems like East Moline has kicked up that level of pressure a little bit at the defensive end. Oh, East Moline, a lob, and another one. Attempted dunk there by Rogers, no good. Rebound to the Tigers, and it'll be Tegan Davis. And he's going to be whistled for a charging violation. And Coach Smith, not particularly happy with that call. Quite frankly, I thought they were going to get a travel before anything else, but as it is, we are tied up at 16. A lot more ball movement here than we've seen for East Moline. Gideon now on the drive. Instead, kicks back to Rogers. Ball in the short corner, stolen away by Caleb Herring. And now it's in the hands of Jamie Reinhardt, bringing it across for the Tigers. Skip pass over to Grady Thompson, quickly inside to Caleb Herring. That pass will go out of bounds. Back to East Moline. Seems to me that Princeton was maybe up by about 6 points at one point. They have kind of hit a dry spell here. Seems like they've been stuck on 16 for a while. Trey Morney entered in for East Moline. Rogers with another lob. It's a quick pass back out to the wing. Johnson's three is no good. Rebound to Tegan Davis. Reinhardt to set things up for the Tigers. Into Monroe. Back out to Tegan Davis. Three-pointer. And he'll break the spell. Tegan Davis for 3. And boy, excellent ball movement on that possession by the Tigers. East Moline moving it around, looking, gets it into the high post. That's Morney with the kick out. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound back to Rogers. Long pass back up top to Johnson, who will reset for East Moline. Gideon's pass goes out of bounds. Be nice to see the Tigers get another score on this possession here. You know, of course, there is no regional, sectionals, what have you this year. I mean, this just has that playoff game type of atmosphere, doesn't it? You're absolutely right. The competition is just fantastic. Grady Thompson working against the pressure, gets it across for the Tigers. And he's going to draw the foul against that East Moline defense. I'll say it again. He just amazes me. You know, only a sophomore, and to go up against a team like the East Moline Panthers and to do the things he's done tonight, absolutely amazing. Jamie Reinhardt now into Monroe. Monroe, runner, good. Count it for Caden Monroe.
He makes that look a lot easier than what it is.
It really did. Morney with the ball out top that's Vallejo for East Moline, and he'll be fouled by Reinhardt.
Just the third team on Princeton, so not a big problem.
Rogers with it in the corner. Tiger defense yelling out. And the Tigers are able to stop East Moline as that pass goes into the backcourt. And they're whistled for the backcourt violation.
So a couple of mishandles here in recent possessions by the Panthers.
Jamie Reinhardt, Grady Thompson bringing it across for the Tigers. Reinhardt on the drive, bounce pass over to Grady Thompson. He's stuck in the corner, gets past two defenders, puts it up, and he'll be fouled.
You know, we mentioned East Moline being 4 for 4 from the line. Well, the same can be said for the Tigers.
Excellent.
And Grady's 2 for 2 on the night, has 4 points.
First shot for Grady Thompson, no good. Grady Thompson's second free throw is good. Gideon bringing it across for East Moline. Oh, Jamie Reinhardt, great defense, tips the ball away, stolen by Grady Thompson. Now it's Colton Monroe for 3. Shot no good, rebound back to East Moline. Gideon brings it up quick for East Moline, gets it into the paint. Now it's Johnson on the drive. 7-footer, good for Johnson. Jamie Reinhardt, long pass over to Thompson, looking up court. And he's going to be whistled for the double dribble. And we're going to have a timeout call. Looks like it was a full timeout call. It's about time for the mask timeout as well. So
yeah, under that 5-minute mark, so I think that's exactly right. We've got a lot of exciting action coming up for you on Tigers Central Live. Of course, you mentioned, Tiffany, your girls in action against Chillicothe IVC at 2:30 scheduled start. Do you know anything about the Gray Ghosts as far as, are they strong this year? Or?
It's tough to say. They're a team that we played last year. I think we just about doubled up their score last year, but you know what? We're a different team.
Yep, it's another year, sure.
They're a different team. I'm sure they've grown in different ways as we have. So, I'm expecting a competitive contest, and I'll just mention also that our freshmen have a morning game. I know I mentioned there were 6 games in Prouty Gym on Saturday, freshman, sophomore varsity for both the boys and girls. So it'll be a busy day.
That is for sure. And then, of course, at 6:30 at night, you and I will be together for the Sterling Newman Princeton game. Always a great rivalry, and Marcus Williams is still around,
That's
isn't
right.
he? A
Yes,
great player.
he is.
Charlie Wackel joined me for the afternoon game, and then our final broadcast, at least as of now, as we've said, this schedule is changing all the time, but we have a Tuesday night boys game. It'll be Charlie Wackel and I for that one as the Tigers take on St. Bede. Speaking of that, did you see where the Hall boys just shot the lights out the other night against St. Bede?
Yes, I did.
They've been kind of struggling a little bit, but they came back in a big way.
Gideon with it up top for East Moline. Over to Johnson for 3. Oh, boy.
He is hotter than a depot stove. He's got 14 points.
Ball into Caden Monroe. He kicks it out, and the extra pass from Colton Monroe over to Grady Thompson. His shot's no good. Rebound to East Moline, and now it's Johnson for East Moline, bringing it up quick. And the three-pointer for Davian Vallejo. And East Moline regains the lead. Grady Thompson now with it for the Tigers. Reinhardt eyes it up, takes the long three, no good. Rebound to East Moline. Gideon, shot fake, over to Johnson, no good. Colton Monroe brings down the rebound for the Tigers. Now it's Thompson on the run. He draws the foul. It'll be on the floor. Tigers will get the ball out of bounds.
24-22 in favor of East Moline with 3:17 to go. And Grady Thompson will go to the foul line as East Moline's in the penalty. 1-1 for Grady, who is 3 out of 4 at the line, has a total of 5 points. Right-hander's free throw on the way and good. Tigers to within 1, so Grady with a chance to tie it up here. And the second toss right down the middle, and we are tied at 24. We were tied at 16 at the end of the quarter, so this one, not much separation between these two teams. Now a drive down the lane, and a last-minute pass is going to lead to a foul on Tice of East Moline. He'll go to the line for 2. He's yet to score in the game. Is it Trice or Tice? I apologize.
Trice.
So.
Yeah.
Free throw on the way, good. East Moline leads at 25-24.
Yeah, East Moline's been pretty dangerous when they get the ball into that short corner area, and you'll hear the Tiger defense yelling out, corner, really trying to get that stopped. That's what started this possession out here for East Moline.
Second free throw on the way. This one no good by Trice. And the Tigers are on the run. Cale Davis in a bad spot momentarily, but gets it out of the corner. Now Tegan Davis. Cale Davis, now Grady Thompson. Does appear to be a 3-2 zone, and boy, East Moline puts a lot of pressure on. 2:32 to go before halftime. East Moline by 1 at 25-24. Grady Thompson backs it out a touch. Now to Cale Davis. Bennett Sirens in the corner, tries to pass to Caleb Herring, but this one picked off by the Panthers. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound taken down by Tegan Davis. And a foul going to be called on the Panthers. That'll put the Tigers at the line for a 1-on-1.
Boy, that last possession for the Tigers was a long one, Norm. You mentioned that 3-2 zone. That's just... East Moline is so lengthy at the top. You notice the Tigers' passes had to be so high. And a couple of them had to jump to catch, and by the time you do that, the defense was already there.
So Tegan Davis has 3 points in the game on a three-pointer, and his free throw right on the money. Tigers doing a good job at the line tonight. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 9. You'll take that any day. Well, my wife teaches first grade, and they've been practicing counting money. Right now, we got a couple of quarters up on the board, 25-25. Second free throw is good. Tiger lead is 1 at 26-25. Great game going on tonight here at Prouty Gym. East Moline and Princeton. Tigers in a 2-3 zone, nearly batted away, and they do. And going in for the layup and scoring is Cale Davis. 28-25 Princeton. Just a minute and a half to go before halftime. Three-pointer on the way, no good. And good job by Jamie Reinhardt to get that rebound. Steal by the Panthers, and a foul is going to be called on Jackson Dressler. Or wait a minute, no.
Foul on East Moline. Must have been a little bump on the
that's
steal
a foul,
there.
that must have just been out of bounds, Tiffany, because they're over the limit, yeah. At any rate, the Tigers have the ball up by 3 with a minute 10 to go before halftime, and Jamie launches from 3. It's off the mark. Goes out of bounds. It'll belong to the Panthers.
That was good of the Tigers to get that ball inside at the top there to Caleb Herring. Collapsed the defense a little bit and allowed for a quick shot out of that post touch.
Gideon bringing it up for the Panthers. East Moline appears to be in no hurry here. Now a drive and an errant pass. And stepping on the inline was Rogers of East Moline, out of bounds to Princeton.
Caden Monroe back in for the Tigers.
Full court pressure by the Panthers. We'll see how the Tigers handle it. Cross court pass by Jackson Dressler to Reinhardt. Now back cross court to Jackson. And a diving attempt. Did the Panther player touch it? Apparently not. Well, now they're talking it over. Schmitty saying they did. You guys better talk this over.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You know, they're talking with some of the other officials.
Steve,
I don't know if they had the best angle.
That replay ready? He doesn't want any part of it. I can't say that I blame him. Steve Morton, who does such a great job for us. And they are going to rule that East Moline did not touch it. It's their ball out of bounds.
We got to say thank you to Steve Gray as well, running that extra camera,
yes,
getting us our table and helping with the setup. We surely appreciate that.
Very, very much. Thank you, Tiffany, for that. Now the Panthers have the ball bounce out of bounds, but it's going to remain East Moline ball. Just 26 seconds to go in the first half. Princeton leads by 3. Johnson, who's been red hot, did not put up another
Great defense by
three.
the Tigers. Good tip by Jackson Dressler.
Well, if you're Coach Smith, you know, hold for one here. We'll see. Monroe.
Another good post touch for the Tigers. Good pass
Jamie
by
at
Caden
the
Monroe.
foul line. Skip pass. And Cale Davis for 3. Shot no good. Jamie gets the rebound. 1 second. Three-pointer no. And that will end the first half with Princeton leading East Moline 28-25. Tigers putting up 12 points in that second quarter. And East Moline putting up 9. Tiffany, your thoughts on the first half?
Oh, excellent game. You know, a little bit of change of pace for the Tigers. We're used to seeing them play so fast, but this full court pressure by East Moline has them slowed down. But, Norm, as you mentioned earlier, they're being patient. They're getting good looks, and the Tigers are playing excellent defense.
And 9 out of 10 from the free throw line. So, obviously, that's a huge factor. Now, the Panthers have done well, too, but they are just 5 out of 6. So, you know, that margin, by and large, coming from the free throw line for Princeton. The Palms are going to perform. We'll have the pep band, and Tiffany and I'll rejoin you about a minute before the start of the third quarter. So enjoy the entertainment. Getting set for second half action. Tigers led it scoring by Grady Thompson with 7 points. Top scorer for East Moline Johnson with 14.
Tiger ball to start the third quarter. Grady Thompson gets it to the corner to Reinhardt. Inside to Caleb Herring. Back out to Reinhardt. Corner three. No good. Rebound, Caden Monroe. Monroe backs it in. Hook shot in the lane. No good. Rebound fought for. Regained by Caden Monroe. And he finishes the putback.
He's got 8 points, and he has played really good ball tonight.
East Moline now. Get it to Rogers up top. Long pass, lob pass, and then back to the corner for 3. No good. That was Johnson with the corner 3 look.
Yeah, he had 14 points in the first half, so anytime he misses, that's a big plus.
East Moline stays in there, full court pressure. It's Grady Thompson and Jamie Reinhart working in the backcourt. Jamie Reinhart with it now for the Tigers. Tegan Davis with it on the wing. Now into Caleb Herring. Grady Thompson's 3-point attempt, no good. Tegan Davis with the putback. Gideon now working against Jamie Reinhart. He'll bring it over by coach and call a timeout.
So the Tigers with a good start here in this third period. They've put 4 on the board, and so far, East Moline has yet to score here in the third period.
Great start to the second half for the Tigers.
Tiffany, with your girls' squads over the years, have you ever played any of the Quad City teams?
That's a good question. I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. Well, certainly in years past, the boys really haven't either. Alleman, maybe, Rock Island Alleman,
sure.
But I don't recall us playing East Moline or Rock Island like we have this year.
So out of the timeout, East Moline basketball. Johnson with it. Now it's Gideon on the drive, gets it into the paint, puts it up. Pass underneath to the short corner. That was Malachi Trice. He was fouled. He'll go to the line for 2.
Malachi 1 for 2 from the line tonight.
Trice free throw is good.
We don't have a roster with height, but I'm thinking that Mike Varana introduced him at 6'3", so.
And second free throw will go for Trice. And now Trey Morney enters in for East Moline. Tegan Davis inbounding for the Tigers. He gets it to Reinhart. Now over to Grady Thompson. Slowly bringing it up. Now he's on the run, gets it down and low to Caden Monroe, and it'll be Caden Monroe for the finish.
Tigers handling that press absolutely perfectly.
Gideon gets it into the post to Rogers, sorry. East Moline over to Devontae Wright. It'll be a 3 for Wright.
Boy, that would have been good on a carnival rim. That was right down the middle.
Caleb Herring with it out top for the Tigers. Now Jamie Reinhart. Reinhart draws that defense out, looking for an advantage. Now it's Reinhart to Caden Monroe in the short corner. Back out to Reinhart. He gets trapped, kicks it to Monroe again. Spin move behind the back look to Caleb Herring. Caleb gets his own rebound, puts it back up.
Oh my
Shot
goodness.
blocked. And it'll go rebound to East Moline. East Moline on the run. It was Rogers with the layup attempts. It looks like he'll be fouled before that attempt, and it'll be East Moline ball.
Coach Smith pleading, why wasn't there a foul called on Caleb Herring? You know, there's some coaches that are just constantly on the referees all the time. Schmitty, not all that much, but when he says something, there's a good chance there's merit to it.
Inbound pass gets to the block for East Moline. Now they're just trying to get away from the corner, and the Tiger defense will cause that one to go out of bounds. And it looks like we'll have timeout here.
34-30 in favor of the Princeton Tigers. And, you know, Tiffany, East Moline, a very fast team, but, you know, the Tigers are no slouch in that department either.
Yeah, certainly an advantage for the Tigers, something they do well, I guess I'll say a strength. But both teams have just done a good job tonight of trying to play at their own pace. Tigers have controlled the game well.
Tiffany, just before the inbounds, what classes are you teaching this year?
I teach world and regional geography, psychology, and sociology.
So very interesting
I like
set
to
of
think
classes.
so, yes. Tiger ball. Grady Thompson bringing it across half court. Back to Reinhardt. Tegan Davis with it on the wing. Tegan Davis looking for room to drive. Skip pass over to Reinhardt. Reinhardt to take it along the baseline. Shot no good. Rebound goes to Gideon of East Moline. Gideon keeps it. Gets it to the corner to Johnson. And a pass stolen away by Grady Thompson. Behind the back, gets into the paint. Layup no good. Rebound to East Moline. It's Devontae Wright with the rebound. Johnson with it now. Gets it up top to Gideon. Wright into the paint. Pass out of bounds. Possession will go to the Tigers.
Coach Weber slams that ball to the court. He was not at all happy during that last timeout. He was letting his boys have it.
Now, I think the Tigers have done a great job coming out of the half. Getting some points on the board early. Like I said, just seem to be controlling the game.
Princeton lead was 3 at halftime, 28-25. They've expanded it to 4 at 34-30.
Jamie Reinhardt over to Caleb Herring on the wing. Now it's Cale Davis from the top. Back to Reinhardt, inside to Caleb Herring. Kick out, Cale Davis all alone at the top of the key. Cale Davis for 3.
Once again, perfect execution. Nice outlet pass there by Caleb Herring.
Gideon gets it inside. Instead brings it back out. Tiger defense playing strong. Now it's right up the middle. Shot blocked. Caleb Herring and Caden Monroe in there on the block. And quick pass up ahead to Cale Davis. Cale Davis with the finish.
As Mark Jackson would say, Mama, there goes that man. Cale Davis just flying down the court, and look at that lead. Princeton 39, East Moline 30. But as you and I both know, it is far from over.
That's right. You know, this is a team, Norm, you mentioned earlier, I don't know how many three-point baskets they have, but you can put the points on the board quick when you're taking as many threes as East Moline has in this game.
And, you know, I've mentioned Grady Thompson numerous times, but really, by and large, you know, everybody that Coach Smith has put out there, they have done an excellent job handling this East Moline pressure.
Yeah, it really seems like the team is all on the same page. They're executing really to perfection in the half court and full court. Like you mentioned earlier, Norm, you know, that pressure has stayed on for East Moline, but the Tigers just keeping the pace.
You know, I remember back in my day, coaches used to say, don't throw cross-court passes, but that is so outdated. I mean, that is how you can beat a press or how you can beat a zone.
Yeah, absolutely true. You've got to get them moving, and quickest way to do that is on the pass.
Boy, Coach Smith has the luxury of two outstanding assistants in Michael Fredericks and Tim Smith. I'll take that coaching staff against anybody's.
East Moline now. Johnson on the drive, back over to Gideon. Into the corner is Rogers. Back up top to Johnson for three, and he hits it.
That's 17 points for him, and somebody needs to stick to him like glue. You can't let him be open.
Inside to Caden Monroe, heavily guarded. Keeps the ball nice and high, gets it back to Jamie Reinhardt. Tigers resetting the offense now. It's Jamie Reinhardt on the drive, over to Cale Davis on the wing.
Oh.
Looked inside for Colton Monroe, passed just a little too high, and it'll go back to East Moline.
Well, this is exactly what we were talking about. It was 39-30, now it's 39-33, and these Panthers, they can strike like a cobra.
Tiger defense working hard. Long three for Gideon, and Gideon hits it.
Exactly what we're talking about.
Just a three-point game now. 2 possessions. Down to 1. Cale Davis in the corner for the Tigers, no good. And the only rebounders there are East Moline. Quick pass up ahead to Rogers from Johnson. And it's a 1-point game. We'll have a 30-second timeout called by the Tigers.
Boy, Tom Brady couldn't have thrown that one any
That was
better.
impressive.
Tiffany, one of the things, I don't know if it jumped out at you at all, but your last game against Hall Township, I was struck by the fact that this is probably the last time we'll see Jackie Chenault play basketball, at least as far as, being involved with Princeton. A key reserve her freshman year, 3 years a starter, certainly a great career for Jackie.
Yeah, definitely. And I just think about all the seniors, this year too. Just feels like we're getting into the part of the season, and here we just have about a week left. So, I think a lot about the seniors, and just hope they've been able to enjoy the year that they've had.
And people can say, well, the season's too short, but hey, at least some games, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Much better than none.
Absolutely. And I'm we talked about all those schedule changes. I'm thankful that we've been able to reschedule as much as we have. Grady Thompson gets it across, kicks it into gear, but he's going to step out of bounds. And possession will go to East Moline. Jackson Dressler coming in for the Tigers. Johnson over to Vallejo in the corner. Now to Rogers. Back out to Gideon. He looks for room to drive, finds it, kicks it out. Now it's a corner three for Johnson, and he hits it.
That is his 6th three of the night, and he has 20 of the East Moline 41.
East Moline regains the lead. It's Caden Monroe now on the drive. He'll be fouled. It'll be Tiger basketball under their own basket. Jamie Reinhardt to inbound for the Tigers. They get it up top to Jackson Dressler. Over to Reinhardt now on the move. Gets it into Colton Monroe. Kick out to Grady Thompson for three. No good. Rebound to Caden Monroe. His pass down low is going to be taken away. It's Gideon on the run for East Moline. Shot attempt for Johnson, no good this time. And a rebound goes out of bounds. It'll be Tiger basketball.
One of the few times this year that we've seen both Cade Monroe and Colton Monroe on the floor at the same time.
Thompson and Reinhardt. Reinhardt into Monroe this time. In the corner to Dressler. He's trapped. Skip pass taken away by Johnson. He'll pull it back out. Gets it to Wright in the corner. Corner three is good for Devontae Wright.
His second three of the period. He has 6 in the game.
Jackson Dressler to Reinhardt now. Up to Grady Thompson. Thompson completes the pass, catch, and he'll be fouled. Tiger ball on the sideline.
Yeah.
Just 7 seconds left in the third quarter.
Malachi Trice picking up that foul, and I'm sure Coach Weber for East Moline doesn't mind a foul like that. Being aggressive, going for the ball.
Yeah, gets the ball stopped too, like I said, with only 7 seconds left, rather than give up that point easily, possibly for the Tigers. Tigers into Grady Thompson. Thompson working, long three, no good. Rebound, East Moline, they've got time to get it off, but it won't go. End of the third quarter, East Moline 44, Tigers 39.
Big advantage that quarter for the East Moline Panthers. They outscore Princeton 19-11 in the third period. And really, Tiffany, in some ways, it's worse than that because the Tigers got out of the gate quickly in the third period. So not much down the stretch in the third quarter at all for Princeton. On the plus side, they're down 5, just like East Moline quickly erased a lead.
Absolutely. We know the Tigers can play quick.
And that's kind of the way they've been this year. You know, they'll put up 12 or 14 points in, you know, a 2 or 3 minute stretch, and then they'll go cold for a couple of minutes. I think, you know, the short season, we forget, you know, there's not much training camp. You hear the saying used a lot that teams are still trying to figure it out. Well, I think that's accurate.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the Panthers inbound to begin the fourth period. Gideon with it. Princeton still in that 2-3 zone. Panthers don't have to be in a hurry. They have that 5-point lead. I've seen teams before, and you probably have too, just stand out by the jump circle and say, come and get us. 3-pointer on the way, no good by Rogers, but the Panthers able to secure an offensive board. 7:32 to go in the game. Panther lead is 5. Oh, good ball movement by East Moline. Johnson, who's been their big scorer, doesn't shoot. Drive to the basket, and it is laid in very nicely by Darius Rogers, who now has 9 in the game. Panther lead is 7. Nice pass underneath, and getting that one to go is Cade Monroe. He has 12.
That was an outstanding pass by Tegan Davis.
One thing about Cade Monroe, he has great hands, doesn't he? Once he grabs a hold of that ball, pretty hard to get it away from him. And he's got a lot of nice moves in the paint.
And another great thing, he can pass out to his teammates as well.
Holy cow, Johnson from downtown Tisquewa, right on the money. He's got 23 points in the game and 7 threes. Shot on the way by Tegan Davis, no good. Rebound fought for, gained by Cade Monroe. His second attempt, no good. And the Panthers look to run. Nope, now they're going to put on the brakes. Foul in the backcourt on Jamie Reinhardt.
Oh, that possession would have been just what the Tigers needed, Norm, to score. 3-point attempt, had a couple opportunities for a putbacks. Still plenty of time, though. A lot of ball game left.
Looks like the Tigers are still staying in that 2-3 zone, though certainly extending it a lot more.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Norm, East Moline's playing out pretty high, trying to space that floor, and saying, come guard us.
So playing a little bit of keep away here, and you got to watch out for a backdoor cut, an easy layup. Traveling call on the Panthers, certainly not what they wanted.
No, not at all. You spend that time, spreading the floor, killing some clock, and then to end the possession with a turnover is certainly not what they had in
somebody
mind.
Who I know, former coach down at Depew, Tom Dobrich.
Oh, yeah.
He used to run that offense like East Moline had there to perfection, and Depew would wind up with a layup. Probably one of the all-time underrated coaches in Bureau County history. Drive to the basket by Grady Thompson. His shot is blocked. And the Maroons on the break. May have got away with the travel, but laying it in is Darius Rogers. 11 for Darius. East Moline's lead is 10. Three-pointer doesn't go for Cale Davis. Rebound, Cade Monroe goes up strong and draws the foul.
Well, great effort for Cade Monroe there. Tigers just not hitting from three right now, but they need to keep shooting them.
Cade Monroe with 5 field goals, 2 for 2 from the line, 12 points. We don't have the rebound stats, but he's got a bunch of those too. Free throw right on the money. Boy, that big man that can make free throws, he's worth his weight in gold, isn't he?
Oh, absolutely.
Second free throw, and this one is right on the money. 51-43 in favor of the Panthers. Boy, we hope you're enjoying the broadcast tonight. We really appreciate you being on board. This has been some exciting action, that is for sure. Just trying to see if the Tigers have switched up defenses. I think maybe they have went to a man-to-man.
Yes, you think you're right, Norm. This will keep the pressure on East Moline, but watch
Beautiful
out for just
drive
that.
to the basket.
Yep, it drives to the basket.
Gideon couldn't finish. Reinhardt being double teamed. Now a pass underneath the basket, and missing from short range is Grady Thompson.
That was an excellent pass by Colton Monroe.
It really was. Getting down to crunch time here. 4.5 minutes to go. The East Moline lead is 8. Beautiful pass into the low block. A little too deep for a shot. Now Johnson gets it back. Thought about a three, didn't take it. Into the low block. The shot is, well, he's not able to get it off, but a foul called as Malachi Trice will go to the line, where he's 3 for 4 on the night. And it looks like we're going to have the mask timeout. East Moline up by 8 in a game that's been a great one. Let's take a look at the quarter scoring here. East Moline has scored 7 points, and the Tigers have scored 4, so the Panthers continuing their advantage here in the second half. Don't forget, we've got double-header action for you on Tiger Central Live Saturday. Princeton girls at 2:30 taking on Chillicothe, and the boys at 6:30
taking on Sterling Newman. Should be two outstanding contests. Coach Smith continuing to talk to the official. You know, there's been a couple things I've said on a couple plays tonight, Tiffany, but it is not the officials that are beating the Tigers. These give credit where credit's due. East Moline is just really, really good.
Yeah, absolutely. And the runs, you know, they got down by 9 there, but didn't get down, kept fighting, got back in the game.
Trice's free throw no good, so he is now 3 for 5 on the night. Referee Dave Shepard, one of the outstanding officials in the game today, gives the ball to Trice, and his free throw no good. Rebound taken in by Tegan Davis. Tegan trying to go coast to coast, gets the ball knocked away, but the Tigers come back with it. Big possession. Tigers need a score here. Inside pass intended for Colton Monroe, and a foul being called on the Panthers. This will just be a common foul out of bounds.
Both teams with only 4 fouls.
Jamie Reinhart to inbound. Gets it to Cale Davis. Still that 3-2 zone. The Panthers have went with that throughout. Grady Thompson open in the corner, and his shot is blocked by the 6'3" Malachi Trice. He really closed quickly. It looked like that Grady had an open shot. 8-point lead for the Panthers, 3:38 to go in the game. Nice pass into the low block, and scoring is Tegan Davis.
Beautiful give and go from Colton Monroe there.
Put a little butter on that dinner roll as he'll get the free throw.
No, you talk about those post players, Norm, that can finish their free throws. How about the passing there out of the post tonight, too?
Absolutely excellent. Free throw misses for Tegan Davis. Hurriedly into the front court comes Johnson. Foul on Cale Davis. Showing 5 and 5 on the team fouls. So now it could become a factor down the stretch. Both teams have shot well from the line tonight. Watch out for number 3, Mr. Johnson. He has really been red hot. Ball
Great
is loose on the floor.
By Jamie Reinhart there.
These Panthers, they operate with surgeon precision. Doing a good job managing the clock. There's Johnson wide open for 3, and he nails it. Oh my goodness, Tiffany. That is 8 threes on the night and 26 points. Tegan Davis's pass goes into the backcourt. This will be an over and back fielded by East Moline coach Ryan Weber. Boy, I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen somebody make 8 threes in a game.
This is, he has played a very, very good game. His teammates are celebrating him now there as he comes off the court for this timeout. Very impressive.
Let's talk a little bit about your schedule beyond Chillicothe IVC on Saturday.
Sure, we play Putnam County on Tuesday. That'll be an away game. That was our first game of the year.
Kind of ironic to play them twice on the road, huh?
That's true, but with the rescheduling, officials are hard to find, and so Putnam County was actually scheduled to play St. Bede just as we were on Monday, so they said we've got officials in an open gym, and obviously with the boys game here, ours wasn't, so we said we'll come.
You probably would have been game to play on the Lincoln School playground wherever they could.
Yep. So that'll be nice. It'll be good to see, how our team has progressed, kind of a measuring stick since that was our first game of the year. So Putnam County's a good team to play for us. They come to our Thanksgiving tournament every year, our opening tournament, and we really enjoy playing them. So, and then we end with St. Bede, who will just be coming off of their COVID restrictions, and we'll be excited. I'm sure they'll be excited to be getting.
You probably know this girl's last name. Her first name is Tegan
Tillman. Yeah.
Yeah, a real nice article about her in the News Trib a few days ago. All right, so the Panthers. Johnson puts up a shot that must have been partially blocked. Now a ball loose on the floor, picked up, and shot is missed, but the tip is good by Cale Davis. Good hustle by Cale, who's having a good night. He's got 11 points. And Ryan Weber wants to talk this over with 2:06 to go. And East Moline leading it 54-45. You know, you brought up your Thanksgiving tournament. Brian Holman, who coached at Hall. I always used to be after Coach Holman all the time. You need to be in Tiffany's Thanksgiving tournament. I know the argument against it is you play in the tournament, you play twice in the regular season, you play each other in the regional, but I still say they would be a great addition to that tournament.
Yeah, they would, and there's a lot of teams that would like to be in that tournament. It's just a really nice format, I think, that we've got going, but that's the other problem is no teams want to get out either.
Paul and I always used to get after Coach Jesse Brandt. Let's get out of Plano and let's get into the Colmoni. Oh. And that was his point. You know, you play in a tournament, you play two regular season games, and then you play at the regional. But and I totally get where he was coming from. But I think the Colmoni's been a nice fit for the Tigers.
Yeah, another great tournament.
And, of course, that's something we haven't had the luxury of with the COVID restrictions. But hopefully next season we'll get back to that. Referee Dave Shepard calling a foul. Speaking of Shep, this fall he was to receive one of his more prestigious calls to referee at the Malden Invitational Tournament, and that was called off. However, we're going to have a kind of an abbreviated version this season with just 3 teams taking part. So who knows? Maybe Dave will be over that Saturday morning. Drive into the lane and another foul being whistled against the Tigers, and this should put the Panthers into the 1-1. Going to the line is Darius Rogers. He's had a nice night, 11 points, 2 for 2 from the line as the East Moline lead is 7 with 1:50 to go. Apparently a wet spot out there on the floor. Referee trying to buff it out with his shoes. Reminds me of the riddle, what gets wetter and wetter the more it dries? A towel. Free throw on the way. No extra charge for that, by the way. It's good.
East Moline's going to pull their rebounders here.
I always felt as a free throw shooter it was distracting. Second free throw does not bother Rogers one bit. He's 4 for 4 on the night. 56-47 in favor of East Moline. Jamie Reinhart double teamed. He's under a lot of pressure. Bounce pass stolen away by the Panthers. Panthers definitely looking to burn some clock. However, they get a drive to the basket. Shot is missed. Johnson's follow is no good. East Moline comes away with it once again. And Rogers, who just shot free throws seconds ago, will be shooting 2 more. Boy, that pressure, Tiffany, it wears you down, doesn't it?
Yeah. You know, East Moline has done just an outstanding job of keeping that pressure on the whole game, you know, and the Tigers really have kept their composure really until these last few minutes of the fourth quarter.
Rogers good once again. He's 5 for 5 on the night. East Moline with an enrollment almost 1,700 students. Princeton, you know better than I, but a touch over 500.
Yeah, I would say that's probably pretty accurate.
Free throw good, and boy, the both teams have done a nice job shooting free throws, but East Moline really picked it up here in the second half. Heavy pressure on Grady Thompson. Now Jackson Dressler fires away, shot no good, and the Panthers look to run. Rogers goes to the basket, and it's going to be a blocking foul on Cale Davis. Looks like Coach Smith is going to pretty much clear the bench here.
Yeah, we're going to have John Mykert, Mac Williams, Bennett Searins, and Logan Glancy entering in for the Tigers. And also Jack Bauer.
Darius Rogers, who is 6 for 6 from the line. Keeps it going, 7 for 7. And as we talked about earlier, that's impressive under any circumstances, but particularly on the road. Rogers, good again, gets the shooter's bounce. He's 8 for 8 from the line. Tigers on the offense, and Grady Thompson.
Not much time wasted. That's good.
He'll go to the line for 2. So Grady, one of the few, in fact, the only starter still out there. Tiffany did a good job of noting the reserves, and it looks like East Moline is going to respond in kind as they have a number of players ready to check in. Grady's free throw is good. 60-48 in favor of East Moline. Yeah, Tiffany, if you can get some even last names of the East Moline players.
Yeah, we've got Trueblood, Morney back in the game. Lopez. Rock. All in for East Moline.
Thank you for that, Tiffany.
Also, Caden Killam.
Okay. And a drive to the basket, and this is going to be a charging foul. Was that Logan Glancy that drew the charge? I'm not sure. 60-49, just 41 seconds to go. .27 seconds remaining. Grady Thompson tripped up. And East Moline will be in the penalty, so 1-1 for Grady. He's done a great job at the line tonight, 7 out of 8. Tiffany, you want to take the play-by-play? I'm going to start adding up scores.
Grady Thompson free throw, no good. A rebound is going to go to Rock of East Moline. Now it's Morney with it out top. Lopez was looking to drive. Now it's Caden Killam with the three-point attempt. Rebound will go out of bounds, back to the Tigers. Mac Williams enters the ball in for the Tigers to Grady Thompson. And time will expire here. Brings your fourth quarter and final score. East Moline United Township 60, Princeton Tigers 49.
All right, and so for Princeton, 2 points for Jamie Reinhardt, 2 for Jackson Drexler. Grady Thompson finishing with 9 points, 11 for Cale Davis. Tegan Davis with 9. 2 points coming from Caleb Herring, and 14 points for Cade Monroe. For the Panthers, 26 points for Malachi Johnson. Darius Rogers real strong in the second half as he finishes with 17, 12 of those in the second half, and Darius was 8 out of 8 from the line. Gideon finishing with 5 points, 6 points from Devontae Wright, 3 for Davian Vallejo, and Malachi Tice finishing with 3. Score by quarters, we were tied at 16 after 1. The Tigers actually led 28-25 at halftime. There was a swing in the third quarter as the Panthers outscored the Tigers 19-11 to go up 44-39, and then a 16-10 advantage in the fourth quarter for the Panthers gives us our final score of 60-49. And Tiffany, did we get the sophomore score tonight?
You know, I was just thinking that, Norm. I did not write it down. I know East Moline won.
Yeah. I'm the same way, and it was fairly comfortably. So, any final thoughts?
No, just glad to have everybody along. Thanks again to Steve Morton, Steve Gray.
Yes. Again, our double-figure scores tonight for Princeton: Cade Monroe with 14, Cale Davis with 11, and for East Moline, it was Johnson with 26 and Darius Rogers with 17. We'll be back on the air at 2:30 Saturday afternoon. Charlie Walk will join me for the Princeton girls against Chillicothe, and then Tiffany will be back at the mic Saturday night as we'll have Sterling Newman and Princeton. So a lot of great action upcoming for you. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight, and we will talk to you again on Saturday. Again, the final score, East Moline 60, Princeton 49. Good night, everyone.